Bet. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome
What's going
to
on?
the
Yeah, what's going on?
Don't
Hey.
Wrestle Your Neighbor podcast. Welcome back for another episode. We got some stuff in the bag today. We got mailbag. We got UFO talk.
Literally the mailbag.
We're going to try a pretzel. Andy mentioned this week that there are 3 pretzels that he would put, that he has top three pretzels. One of them being Auntie Anne's, and another being
Aunt
Sonic
instead of aunt.
Yeah, Auntie Anne's, Sonic, and then his daughter Ava's. We're not trying Ava's, but we are trying Sonic's, and it's going to be delicious, I believe.
Yeah.
Because who hates a pretzel?
Pretzels are good.
Pretzels are good.
We're taking it easy this week.
Yeah, last week I felt like, well, the episode was titled "Trey Tries Food Poisoning." That's what it felt like. So
Feels accurate.
we're gonna go ahead and try something easy this week, and then we'll probably try something more difficult. That we'll probably attack the list next week. But hey, we are gonna try this pretzel. But remember,
Don't wrestle your neighbor. Oh, don't wrestle your neighbor. Oh. We're super.
okay. So we have a Sonic pretzel. Ooh, it's a bag in a bag. Ooh, they're still warm.
Bag within a bag, and there's some cheese in there. Here,
I don't want cheese.
you have to. If you're gonna try something,
I don't want the cheese.
you know, Andy will not consider this a try unless you try
I'm not
it.
trying this for him,
Dude. Yes, you are.
I don't like pretzels with cheese. Their
just
cheese isn't
mentioned
anything
it.
special.
Trey, come on, dude. We've come this far. Is it gonna kill you to do one dip of cheese? Come on, man.
I gotta open it.
We've come this far.
I'm gonna straight up waste this cheese. I'm only gonna do one dip.
So waste it.
All right.
It's wasted anyway.
Sonic
What you think?
signature
What you think you're gonna throw it in the trash can and some rat is gonna be in there like, oh, it's open, I can't eat it. Like it's gonna go to waste regardless.
Oh Lord, this pretzel does look appealing.
It does look good. I'll give mine a dunkaroo. We're just going right into the try today. No build up.
That is a pretty good pretzel. Wow.
It's like a dessert. It's like sweet.
This thing is amazing.
See, all that crap you were giving him yesterday about going to get a pretzel as a snack. Not only is this snack sized, but it's delicious. You're eating your words right now.
Sure.
You are. Say, I'm eating my words.
I'm eating my words.
Boom. There you go.
Wow. This is a delicious pretzel.
Yeah. I'm really glad we got 2.
I know.
I didn't split one. I can't believe neither of us have ever tried this. I mean, I've had pretzels before, but honestly, and I'm being real, I have not tried a pretzel that's like this.
It's delicious.
It's like more dense,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like a salty sweet flavor. It's good.
They care about their. I mean, look at that. They care about this pretzel. Wow.
Why is this so good?
I don't know.
Andy was 100% right, though, man.
I thought it was being over dramatic.
Andy, you're right.
You are.
I mean, not like I was doubting you yesterday. at
I
all.
was. I was doubting it.
You were doubting hard. I was like a little. I was kind of on board.
Yeah, that's top 2 pretzels. I mean, that's a really good pretzel. Auntie Anne's is really good. So,
This is like a
but that's a great
blend between a dessert pretzel
right?
and like a savory pretzel.
Really good.
Here, you need a napkin.
I'm sure. But yeah, I mean, if you've never had a Sonic pretzel, you need to go get one like pronto.
I'm on board for that 100%.
But I also want to ask a question because
I'm putting this in.
I feel like I'm still relatively new to this whole Edwardsville area, and like outside of Auntie Anne's, like where else makes pretzels? Where else could I get a pretzel in this area? I'm asking the viewers. I'm asking you. Where can I go get a pretzel?
I mean, I'm not a guy that goes out just getting pretzels. most of the time.
Right.
But one place I can think of that I've had a pretzel is the movie theater. They have like pretzel bites at the movie theater.
Sure.
Those aren't like unbelievable by any means, but they are pretzels. I don't really know. Outside of going to St. Louis,
You know what's probably
like,
going to be in
somewhere?
that new area over there? Over off.
pretzel stand.
There's going to be a pretzel stand.
Yeah,
Not a pretzel shop.
pretzel stand.
Or a
It's
pretzel
outside.
store.
It's outside. No, there. Menards is out.
I know, I heard.
No longer here. No longer coming. There's a new place. There's a soap shop
Okay.
called Buff City Soap.
Okay, that's
next
coming.
to Target. No,
Oh,
it's
okay.
open. It's
Uh-huh,
here. It's right next to Target where the old mattress store was. That's closed down 4 times.
Okay.
And every time I see it, I think it says Buff City Soup. And for a split second, I think it's a soup restaurant that only
Soap.
does soup, but it's soap.
Soap.
So don't get confused if you're driving
Don't
around.
go to Buff City Soup.
Don't go to Buff City Soap expecting soup. It's a
Gotcha.
soap shop.
Gotcha. Well, that's interesting. Okay, so we're jumping in here. We already tried it. That pretzel was absolutely delicious.
Easy one this week.
Congress this week is apparently
How many poppy seeds out of 5 would you get? Well, that didn't have poppy
I
seeds.
didn't have poppy seeds in it.
How many-
That is a 4. That is a 4.3 pretzel.
Yeah. I agree with you. 4.3. I think we were right on the money there.
Yeah, I think that
agree
that
100%.
pretzel, fantastic.
Could I could slam 10 of those. Easy slam 10 of those.
Yeah, that
It
is
was
one
like,
of those, yeah.
I don't know if it's, I don't
I
really,
ate that so fast, and I feel that.
I don't really know that it's fair to call it a pretzel because it felt like it was almost like a funnel cake type of, not quite as crazy as funnel cake,
It is
but
a
like,
pretzel stick, so
I don't know.
yeah. But anyway,
I would give that second best pretzel, first best pretzel stick.
yeah, I don't think I've ever had a pretzel stick, so sure.
either.
But we're gonna jump into another topic, a little bit controversial.
Oh,
Okay, Congress has begun to discuss UFOs.
how are these discussions going to go? I feel like the discussion is going to go like this discussion is going. Like somebody's going to be like, so, UFOs. And they're all going to be like, yeah, we've seen them, but we don't really know. And they're like, okay, that's it. That's all we know.
Right, like how much effort do they put in? Like, are they putting billions of dollars into finding these UFOs? Like, what are they gonna do?
Man, there's really no telling. But we just read an article. I just
Yes,
read an
you just
article
read an
out
article.
loud to
yeah,
Trey.
I really wanted you to get all of that out so you didn't start reading the article on the podcast.
It was a couple of people, like Army veterans from 2014, had a close encounter, and they were talking about it, and they were told not to talk about it, but
Right.
apparently that
Right.
they are now talking about it.
Yeah, I know.
And it was they
what
basically
changed?
said an unidentified flying object with glowing.
I'm very happy
with
that
a large,
you know what UFO stands for. Because
Yeah.
I was going to ask you if you know.
with a large glowing oval in the middle, and then smaller glowing things around it.
My one issue.
That it was flying at Mach speeds across the horizon and then just disappeared.
Right. Okay. So I have a lot of thoughts about UFOs, aliens, all that kind of stuff.
Sure.
But my initial thought is, how come the thought, the Hollywood thought of what UFOs look like is exactly what these men apparently saw. Like what?
I have an answer to this.
They literally like oval, like the oval shape
Yeah.
light. I mean, is this Chicken
have-
Little?
I have an answer to this.
Okay, what's your answer?
My theory is because, like, this whole thing about aliens and stuff, it's been around for a long time.
Sure.
And it came from
Sure,
people
right.
claiming they had seen aliens. So
But like,
they
have
could,
they not?
they
have
could
not-
actually look
have-
like this
have they
because
not-
it's actually what they look like.
Right, but
and
like-
people weren't making, I mean, maybe some people were making things
right.
up.
But have they not adapted? Like, have they not like only oval shaped vehicles?
Well, you have to think about things in terms of like our version of time
Yes.
is different from
Sure.
somebody who could live across the universe.
So do they?
It's either been much
they
more
move-
time
they
or
move
much
slower
less
or
time.
faster.
One or the
They
other,
don't
maybe.
evolve. There's
Potentially
no,
one or the other.
evolution in terms of thought, ability to create masterful.
Well, I'm saying in terms of time. So
I mean,
like,
think about Ford in the 50s compared to now.
well, I'm saying like in my lifetime,
Sure.
the design of planes hasn't really changed drastically.
Depending on what kind of plane.
There've been jets.
Sure.
And like we've made more sophisticated planes, less sophisticated, faster, slower. But like whenever I see a plane,
Fast and slow.
oh, don't start
Fast.
singing that. But whenever I see a plane, I'm like, that's what a plane looks like here.
Okay.
Where it's been like
Sure.
my entire lifetime, they've looked pretty similar.
Sure. I got it.
But in our term of time, it's only been this long. But what if a UFO? We don't know. They could have been here in the 50s, dissipated, gone home, come back, and to them it's been 10 minutes, and to us it's been
Right. So another question for you.
60 years.
In regards to UFOs,
we're getting out there now.
Right, extra
this
correct-
isn't stuff that I think is like
Right.
super
What's
real,
the word?
but it's fun to talk about.
What's the word?
What?
Extra.
Extraterrestrial?
Yeah, that I can't.
Yeah.
The R is my tongue is messing with me. Okay, but anyway, those things in particular, like why would only certain people be able to see them? Like, if they wanted to be seen, in my opinion, if they wanted to be seen, they'd be seen. If they didn't want to be seen, they wouldn't be seen. Why is it so across the board, so potentially taboo?
I think these questions that you're asking aren't the right questions
Why not?
because you're assuming they have eyes. You're assuming they communicate through like they see things.
I mean, they're
you're assuming
obviously a higher intelligent life
you're
force,
like,
if they're real.
We're making assumptions based upon our like knowledge of what we
They
think
have the ability to
things are like.
enter into, if they're real, they have the ability to enter.
This whole conversation, by the way, is
Right,
based upon
right.
the,
that they're-
conceit that like
that they're real. We don't know what we believe right now, but like all this is, we're having fun here. But the thought process is they have the ability to enter our atmosphere,
Yeah.
and our world,
Uh-huh.
and out in matters of seconds.
yeah,
That's the recognition.
sure. I mean, look at a black hole.
Sure.
We have a supermassive black hole in our universe.
Yes, we do.
But we don't know what would happen if we went into the supermassive black hole.
I feel like,
What if it comes out on another Earth-like planet somewhere and we could fly back in it and be back?
it's the new Earth.
If it's all what ifs, baby, we don't know.
It is. You're right. I just think UFOs in and of themselves are fascinating. The idea, but I feel like they feel similar to the thought process of like ghosts.
Sure. Ish.
Interesting. Well, do you have any other thoughts on the on Congress? Like I would love to be in that room when they're discussing this.
I mean, I'm just curious, like what
You know
they're
what I
going
mean?
to talk about.
we
evidence?
need to spend $1 billion
Is there
to
evidence?
find these.
Is there evidence that we have that they have that we don't know about?
Right.
I'm sure there is.
Right, sure.
Are there? I would love to see the footage. I would love to, see all
was
that
it-
stuff.
Were they telling them to hush because they didn't want to cause panic, or were they telling them to hush because there was rich real life?
Well, they could have been looking out for him because they didn't want to have to go do a psych eval and all
Sure,
this stuff.
sure.
Because that's probably where it was leading. At least that's what the article said. They
Makes it-
didn't
they're-
talk because they didn't want to have to go do a potentially career damaging psych eval and all that stuff. But I don't know, man. I just think that I have always been of the mind whenever it comes to aliens, what's the harm in admitting that we don't know?
Oh, that
know?
I'm safe there.
So that's
The
where I am.
recognition,
That's where I am. It's like, hey, I don't know. Maybe.
Right,
but,
the universe is vast. The
but
world of the
even sitting here, I was just thinking we have to be careful with if we say, well, we hope that if there are aliens, they come down and they're friendly aliens. Because what if to them being friendly is sucking our brains out with a straw? That could be their version of friendly.
I'm laughing so hard because I was thinking the exact same thing. I was like, friendly to them could be legit anything instead of obliterating us.
Yeah.
It's sucking our brains. Like,
Yeah. Violence to them could be sitting down with us and having a nice cup of
tea.
alien coffee.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. So that's the thing. I'm comfortable with the idea of like, hey,
We don't know.
there's some unknown out there, and that's fine with me.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll know, maybe we won't someday, but I'm just interested in the ride, baby.
Right.
We'll see where it goes.
So okay. It's 2050.
Okay.
Okay. This is very futuristic. Everybody.
Hold on, let me transport myself there.
Yeah, we're not saying this is going to happen, or that we believe this is going to happen.
How
We're
old am
having
I
fun
in
with this.
2050?
2050. So it's 20.
It's 2022 right now.
Right. So you're.
So I am.
You're roughly 50 something.
Yeah,
You're 53,
close to
54.
60.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Fine. You're older than me. I always forget that.
Sure.
So
A little older.
you're
close to 60.
closer. You're close to 60,
Yeah.
and it comes on the news, whatever news station you watch,
Okay.
that alien
I
life
mean, you're
force.
assuming we'll have news stations at that time.
Sure. It's maybe just in your brain.
Yeah, it just downloads direct.
Yeah, directly. So it comes across the newscast that alien life force has entered the atmosphere.
Having a nice cup of alien coffee with.
Yes, like E.T. is at your table.
They're gonna want to like. They're gonna want to like talk to somebody super specific though
Right.
that has nothing to do with
Right.
like, the government. They're gonna be like, the aliens are here, and they've said they want to talk to Steven Spielberg's ghost, and it's like, are ghosts real? And it's like, turns out ghosts are real, aliens are real, and aliens can talk to ghosts. That might be too much for a 60-year-old to take.
Like ghosts are real, aliens are real, Bigfoot's real. Can you imagine, man? Whew, that would be amazing. Well, we need to move on because
What was it? I didn't even let you finish your question. What was?
But it's just like, what would your reaction be?
You're like, you have so many tears.
I know, I'm laughing so hard. like, it's all been a lie. Like, aliens real, ghosts real, Bigfoot real,
All real.
and like, what's your reaction? Like, are you just like, I knew I didn't know, and now I know.
Turns out deodorant does nothing. It's like everything.
It's all a lie.
Celery is
Lord.
actually the most calorically rich food that we could eat.
High fructose corn syrup
It's good for you. And it's all the same day. It's all this.
It's like the aliens, like they punked us.
Turns out flossing does nothing. You didn't need to floss ever. It made no difference. Your cavities were predestined.
Lord.
You were either gonna have them or you weren't.
Oh yeah, you were. It was already. It was all a dream. Like, ew, man.
Okay.
Wow. Ooh.
Oh.
Well, we got to move on.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, we're gonna go to. We're gonna enter into a time of mailbag. It's all a lie.
Which, by the way, our drinks that we ordered, Trey ordered Powerade, and I ordered ocean water. In case you're curious and watching.
Oh.
If one of these questions is a UFO question, I'm done.
Well, it is a great question this is a great question following up that conversation. It says, if you could change anything from the past, what would you change? That question was from
I feel like
Samantha.
we kind of got that question before.
Okay, do you want another one?
No, we should answer it
Okay.
because it's her question. But I feel like we got a similar question, which was,
Oh,
if you could change something about like high school or something. No, if I could go. Wait, say the question again. If I could go in the past.
If you could go change anything from the past, what would you change?
Anything from the past, not
Yes,
just my life.
Not just your life. Yeah.
Ooh, this is a dangerous space-time continuum
Yeah, it's
situation
very
that we're
dangerous
getting
'cause, like,
ourselves into.
Everything is affected.
Yeah. So I would First of all, I think this question would take me a lot longer to
I
figure
know,
out
like
the
on
answer
the spot,
to.
this is a tough one. I'm just, my mind's
This is a toughie. Oh man, that's a toughie. Just do it for yourself. We'll do it selfish.
Yeah, because I think like worldwide or like
It's
like
too
nation, I think that's too heavy. I think there's so many things in there. If I could change one thing,
I would go back. Never mind. I won't say that.
I mean, we kind of did answer this question already. Like I said, I would go worry less about what people thought about me.
Sure.
But I probably, if I could change one thing in the past, I probably would have, in my life, personal.
Yeah.
I probably would have started playing golf younger. Like I probably would have joined the golf team when I was like in middle school, high school. Yeah. Because I like where my life is now, and if I change too much, like I probably don't have my wife and my 2 children. So
That's true.
So
even if you start playing golf at a younger age, you
yeah,
might not
potentially,
have your wife
yeah,
and 2 children.
potentially. I don't know if that unless I went into college to play that. So
Dang.
I know.
If you started playing golf earlier, you may have never gone to the college you went to.
Exactly.
So you wouldn't have ever met your wife.
Exactly. And then I would have been alone when I found out that aliens are real.
No, me, I would probably, I'd probably go back and save Abraham Lincoln, you know? I'd probably be there. Just, I'd stop.
It was your life. It was your life. I answered for my life.
Yeah, pretty sure I just answered.
How old are you?
I don't know. I don't know what my answer is.
That's a good one though. I think that's a
no, I would there's so many. It's such a good question.
Right.
Because
It's
there's
so
many
heavy.
there are so many possibilities. No, for my life, my answer from before was I would never stop making videos and stuff like that.
Sure.
I probably, let's just say selfishly, I would have picked up the guitar 6 to 7 years earlier than I did, because I didn't start playing until I was like 15 or 16.
I got you, yeah.
I would have started playing right away.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine where I'd be now
Right.
if I had started playing
Right.
5 or 6 years earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 29 right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be playing like a 35-year-old. Whoa. Crazy.
Sure. It's crazy.
Wild.
All right. Next question.
Uh-oh. What are these ones that you have stacked up here?
We've already answered.
Oh, I
it
got
was
you.
similar.
This is a question. If the person who wrote this is watching this
I
podcast.
know exactly who wrote this question.
Who?
And Mina.
Mina. Well, Mina, if you're watching this, yes. What's that one?
It says, "What's your name?"
Oh. What's her name? Wonder how, wonder her name.
COVID Courtney
Oh,
asked the question.
she's had some good questions.
if you, I don't know that this one's going to be one of those. If you could birth anything other than a human, what would it be?
You know, I've thought about this. Oddly enough, I have given this some thought, and I have some questions around it.
Some follow-ups?
Yeah. I mean, what would you say?
I have not thought about it, so I have no idea where to start.
Well, we'd want it to be something small.
Sure. Yes.
Humans, not very small.
No.
A panda is about the size of a stick of butter whenever they're born. So that's a pretty good option.
What?
Were you not listening?
I heard bits and pieces.
Stitch together what you heard, and I would just want to hear what you got.
I heard stick of butter.
I said a panda, when they're born, is about the size of a stick of butter. So that's probably not a horrible option.
Yeah, that's
Right?
true. That's true.
What would you say?
I legit don't have an answer.
Without getting into the weeds.
Right.
You know, a seahorse is probably a good option.
Maybe
too.
a squirrel, chip. I don't know.
All right, let's go to the next one.
I don't know. If you, this is a good one. Jackson Zawikowski, he said, if you could relive one moment in your life, what would it be? That'll be our final question for
Man,
today.
I didn't clutch up a Warzone win the other night. I would have liked to get that one.
That's the moment you would relive.
No, I'm
if
just
you
kidding.
could relive it.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
If I could relive a moment, you go.
There is a moment in high school that I wouldn't relive it to change it. I would relive it to just simply relive it. And one of the greatest days that I can remember was a time in high school. Like, obviously, I love my wife, so I would relive those moments, the births of my kids. I don't know that I love my kids, but I don't know that I would rebirth having to, anyway, we don't want to get into that. But there's a time in high school, my high school cross country team, it'd been a long time since our team made it to state. And we finally got over the hump and we made the state. And hearing your name called, there's top 6 went to state. And you find out like at the award ceremony, and like we're all there and we're waiting to hear, were we 7th or were we 6th? We've been 7th the last 3 years, and we found out we were 6th. And probably to this day, still one of my like greatest feelings ever was like hearing Franklin Central is going to state. Like,
Nice.
it was a great day. So
That's rad.
yeah, it was awesome.
I would say I would want to relive the trips that I went on with my wife in 2018.
Okay.
Those would
That's
be good
where
moments
were you
to
San
relive.
Fran?
Yeah, San
Okay.
Francisco,
Okay.
Dallas. We were like first married, so it was just us, and and we got to see my sister and brother-in-law a lot, who we love spending time with. So those are good memories, really good times.
For sure.
So
Okay.
I'd relive those.
Yeah, that's a great question, and that's what we're going to close our show out with. What moments would you relive? And as we always do at the end of this show, I want you to remember that school is almost out.
Mm-hmm.
So as you approach the summer,
Yep.
don't wrestle
your neighbor.
and UFOs